the car of a lifetime. It took him all year to build it.
Hell, I'm going to drive that thing right up to General Motors' front door.
One night to lose it.
Hey, that's my car! You stole my car!
And the whole summer to get it back. MGM presents Corvette Summer.
Somebody stole my Stingray and the word's out it's in Vegas.
You got a Corvette?
Starring Mark Hamill, who's back from Star Wars.
Oh, yeah!
And Annie Potts, who's out of this world.
You're gonna spend the night. Comprende, amigo?
If he knew as much about girls as he does about cars, he wouldn't be so nervous.
Peel off them duds, sailor, and let me see what you got.
Sure. And if she knew as much about cars as she does about boys,
What do you drink?
she wouldn't be so jealous.
Motor oil?
And if you knew as much as they know about this candy apple metal flake Corvette, you'd be chasing it too.
I'm helping you, dope. I'm helping you find your car.
You run up against a car thief, you're liable to wind up at the bottom of Lake Mead.
He's into fast cars.
Why don't you write a letter to the car? Dear car.
She's into black velvet.
Beg your pardon?
Wow!
Together, they find love,
You have no right to take me anywhere.
excitement, and danger. On the trail of a stolen Corvette.
Stop this car! Stop it! I'm getting out!
Oh, no, you're not.
Mark Hamill, Annie Potts. It's the girl,
You're insane!
the car, and the time that separates the men from the boys. Corvette Summer,
That's a terrific car.
a fiberglass romance.
I'm full of your passion, and you know the rest. So give me the night tonight. Give me the night. My heart's an call to me, care for me, sing to me, share with me, give me everything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 32 of the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spinacco. Sitting beside me is Chris Dietz. Say hello, Chris.
Hello, everyone, and we are back, and we are bad. They are bad, whatever.
No, we suck.
It's the nerds. They're back. They're bad. Don't panic, please. We just want to be heard.
After we've had a long little mini vacation from the show,
We're on summer hours.
we are in summer hours.
Yeah.
We might miss a few weeks here and
Yeah.
there. I'd love to do it more, but that's just how things are.
Yep.
Things
Sun is
don't-
shining.
People in your life get in the way.
Yeah. Fucking weddings and people having children.
Damn responsibilities.
Just a bunch of selfish people in the world.
So we've missed about 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah.
So I hope we didn't forget about us.
But we're
still
back
here.
just in time for summer.
Just in time for summer.
And it's going to be a Corvette summer at the Video Rangers podcast.
Corvette Summer.
Most fantastic car movie ever made.
It's the Fast and the Furious of the day.
Of the day, yes. Fuck
I
vanishing.
suppose.
No vanishing point. Forget the car chase and French Connection.
There's not. Yeah,
It's all right here at Corvette Summer.
one car chase.
One with some really energizing
You
music
just
played
kind
by
of see cars, and
Cars are on the road. They're
they're
there.
driving around. No, it's not really Fast and the Furious at all.
But, I mean, prepare yourself for the best looking street machine on the West Coast.
It's the ugliest fucking car. They ruined this Corvette. It's a fucking hoopty. It looks like a Hot Wheel.
It's like when somebody puts gold spinners on a fucking minivan.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? Here's the thing. There's a part in Bachelor Party where they steal the bully's car, the bad guy's car, his
Yes.
Porsche.
Yes.
And he hooks it up. He's got elevated tires in the back. You got like the KC things on it. It plays La Cucaracha.
Yeah.
It's got like flames on it and shit.
Dice in the mirror.
And when I was a kid, I thought that car looked pretty cool. Ruined.
Yes.
Same thing here. The car looks like a fucking Hot Wheel. Like it's gonna go do a loop-de-de-loop.
Yeah.
It's insane looking.
Oh.
I don't know what
Lord.
grown man were like, yeah, that's what I want to drive. Now, it is a head turner.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking candy red.
Candy
And
apple red.
It is a Corvette still.
Still a Corvette. It's definitely like you're gonna look at it.
But holy
Like a DeLorean.
shit, I'd rather just have more of a plain. Well, it's got all sorts of frills and bullshit on it.
I just want a plain old DeLorean. Maybe a flux capacitor, but I mean,
I think you have to have the flux capacitor.
you gotta.
in
If
it.
you
If you have a DeLorean,
So
makes the car.
if you don't
I'll be
know,
late to work. No, I'm not.
Mark Hamill is in this fucking movie.
Oh, who's that?
He's in Star Wars. Little movie about space.
I love this. He made He made Star Wars: A New Hope in 1977, and then he was the voice in Fred Flintstone and Friends. Then he made Corvette Summer in '78, and then he made the Star Wars Holiday Special. Then he was on the Muppet Show. Then he's on the big red one, and then he makes Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
busy in between there.
So there was some shitty work in
There was
between.
there's 3 or 4 years between 3 years between Empire and Star Wars.
They are lucky the Star Wars production was not shut down after the holiday special.
I'm imagining he could have honestly shot this before Star Wars, because I imagine he could have shot Star Wars, but all the production could have taken a lot longer. He
I
might have even
guess.
shot this before, possibly.
I'm not.
Probably not.
I'm
but
pretty sure he got this because
he
of Star
definitely
Wars.
shot. Well, you think it came out and then he got this and they shot it?
I would think so, because this movie doesn't look like it took a whole long time
That's
to
true.
shoot. This is kind of like this is borderline an exploitation type movie. It's just a few notches above it.
It's a fun summer popcorn movie in 19.
Oh, I love this movie.
78.
And you know what's funny? I remember when my dad came home with it. He came.
yeah.
This is a movie. My dad used to come home. I've told you this before. My dad would come home from work with movies, and he came home one day with a stack of movies, and this was one of them. And it was in a big like cardboard VHS box. And me and my brothers were like, "Oh, this looks cool. Watch this."
Yeah, why not?
And I've watched it a million times since. It's fucking. And I don't even think it's a good movie. I just keep watching it.
It's not terrible. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's so.
But anyway, it was released on June 2nd, 1978, has a rating of PG, a runtime of an hour and 45 minutes, a budget of $9 million, and it grossed $36 million worldwide.
All right. Well, Mark Hamill's in it.
Mark Hamill's
I
in
gotta
it.
go see it.
Exactly. Not to mention Annie Potts.
The beautiful Annie Potts.
Yes.
She's a hot box of rocks.
So
Who looks like she's 19.
Yeah.
And she's 26.
It's fucking crazy, man.
She is super skinny. Like that's when women are super skinny, like when they're still like teenagers.
She's on that cocaine diet.
She's on something. She probably
Right.
was. But she is like insanely skinny, and she's 26. You're just not like that. You're not like that.
No. Corvette Summer, the hot one, is coming. What's the plot of this disaster?
Oh, here's the back of the box.
Yes,
All right.
please read it, because it's better than what I wrote.
Well, let's see. We got a cherry Corvette Stingray, a gorgeous girl, and a summer in glittery Las Vegas. What more does a guy need for the wildest, weirdest, funniest, freakiest time of his life? Mark Hamill, Star Wars fame, and Annie Potts, designing women fame, make comedic and romantic sparks fly in a revved up tale of a car-brained Kenny, trailing a Corvette that's mysteriously boosted after his high school shop class restores it to perfection. The trail leads to fun capital USA and ditzy diversion Potts, whose dream is to become a hooker. Question mark. This damsel in distress needs a white knight on a candy apple metal flake Superior Mag's Mercury Tube steed. Right, Kenny? Both are in for the summer they'll never forget.
Corvette Summer.
Corvette Summer. And I gotta
Are
say,
you ready for the summer?
the box art, Mark Hamill looks like a creep on it. It's my personal opinion.
Oh, okay. All right, you ready to fuck this duck?
Let's go.
All right, we're duck fucking. Corvette Summer, 1978. And the movie opens up. It just opens.
Junkyard.
It just starts.
It just starts.
Bam.
It's
No
like Star Wars.
No interesting music.
A
No
big
nothing.
ship just flies over.
And you're just fucking in this junkyard, and this class is walking around.
Shop class. Looking for a car they could fix up for the year, this semester.
Yep. And Mark Hamill's just so disinterested.
Well, you know, it's the junkyard. You're kind of looking for something special.
Yeah, but he's not seeing anything that catches his eye. And he sits down on a fucking old car seat, and something falls from the sky.
It does.
Yes, beauty is raining from the sky.
Catches his eye.
And it's nothing else but a Corvette emblem. And he's
Corvette script.
Whatever.
I don't know. Is there a Corvette emblem?
And that's when
there is.
Corvettes.
He sees it.
Coolest cars ever.
Glorious.
This whole class is like looking at a Ford Taurus, like, what should we do with this?
Taurus.
Yeah. By the way, Danny Bonaducci is here.
Yes.
Yep.
Hot off of Hots.
Yeah. Fresh off of Hots, living across the street. Well, no, Hots is 79, right? I think.
Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, I gotta check my notes on that. But so the fucking Corvette is being like, it's attached to like a magnet and being dragged from like
to
a
the
crane
to the compactor.
To the compactor. By the, can you think of another movie where Mark Hamill starred in that there was a trash compactor? And so Mark Hamill's trying to like fucking flag the crane operator down because he's like, no, I found the car. You can't fucking crush it. But
this car's
the car already looks like it's been through the crusher.
Destroyed.
You know?
So he rushes over and he manually stops the crusher.
But he's frantic. He's trying to contact 3PO, you know, stop the thing. 3PO.
He kind of sounds
3PO.
the same scene. The way he's
where can he be?
Very frantic. Where can he be?
Oh
no,
man.
They're dying. I was too slow. My 3PO impression. I don't have a gay robot sounding voice, sorry.
No.
So they bring back this hunk of shit, and they turn into another hunk of shit.
So yeah, they get it back, and they are just, you know, not a real I wouldn't call this.
Excited.
Would you call this a montage? Maybe not really. No,
not really at all.
Yeah, no,
there's
it's a very
any music
slow
in this movie anyway.
Yeah, there's not a lot of music, which I feel is a missed opportunity considering there could have been a lot of like, you know, Bee Gees going on in the background.
Well,
like
the 70s, all that
generic
bullshit.
Nonsense, like,
generic 70s music.
Like whoever did the music for this definitely did the music for an episode of Chips.
So
you know?
They bring the car back. Mark's waiting at home. He's locked out. His mom took the key. She forgot to leave it for him. And I'm pretty sure...
Yeah, Chris came up with something I've never noticed in my 100 viewings of this movie.
She's a hooker.
I think she's a hooker. I think you're right on that.
She mentions... She's like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Bob, and he's a realtor.
Yeah.
And then she like, all right. And then she calls, and the phone rings when they go back inside, and someone else.
Yeah, wants to hang out with
another date.
Yeah, it's not too late.
I think she's hooking. You think I don't know, what is it? He just attracts these women? My wife's a hooker.
You know what?
He meets someone in
you know
Vegas
what?
as a hooker.
As we're discussing this just now, this kid's got some
Got a
weird
fucked up-
Freudian complex going on.
Yeah, right?
Here.
He wants to fuck his mom?
Yeah. Does he want to fuck his mother? Holy shit. Light bulb just went off. Fucking things are being fucking broken down here on the Video Rangers podcast. We haven't taken a serious take on a movie since Julian Donkey Boy.
Here's the whole Julian Donkey Boy review. What the fuck is going on? What is that? What is this? What the fuck is that? End. All right.
Fast forward a few episodes. Mark Hamill wants to fuck his mother. Weird show. So Mark...
hell, he wants to fuck his sister too.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, this incestuous bastard. So Mark Hamill plays Kenneth Dantley, genius car guy.
He's a dirtbag.
He's a grease monkey, and he's covered in grease the whole fucking movie.
Dirty.
He's the filthiest fuck. And we both said it. We're looking at each other like, you know, he lived on a goddamn sand planet, and he wasn't this fucking dirty.
Yeah, he looked pretty clean.
Yeah.
He's in white.
Yeah.
He's a dirtbag. He's so dirty in the whole fucking movie. He's like grease ball. Like, I don't want to touch him. I can smell him through the TV.
Oh, yeah. All I envision is he's in these tight denim jeans with just enormous pubic hair, and he's just like it's a fucking sauna in there. Like, I bet you when he opens his pants, steam rushes out.
Like, you can only imagine, like, we'll get to it later, and it's just like he's been in the desert for so long.
Yes, without a shower.
In the same clothes.
Christ.
It's like, ugh.
At one point, he's living in a fucking U-Haul. No plumbing in there. You know? So, anyway, fucking Mark Hamill is like the leader of the team. He's the guy driving everybody.
He's molding the car.
Yeah, he's designing this car.
And he's molding, like, the what it's gonna look like. I guess they're gonna change the style of it.
Well, they're gonna, he updates the hood.
Yeah.
He wants to make it flashy. He wants to make this a head turner. He's putting everything into this car. And Corvette, you find out, is a brand that he is absolutely infatuated with, because he says it's the only sports car made in America. Is that true? I don't know.
I don't know. Ford didn't have a sports. I guess they didn't really have one.
Do you count the Mustang?
The GT. Yeah, right.
I don't know. What
That's
qualifies
a sports
as
car?
Well,
It's a muscle car.
Mark Hamill's a liar.
Is there a difference between a muscle car and a sports car?
I have no idea.
We don't know these facts.
Yeah. As you're watching the movie, you realize that fucking Mark Hamill is like, the car is the only thing he's interested in. He doesn't go to dances. He doesn't go on dates.
Yeah, it doesn't interest them.
School's over. They're having like their prom, and he shows up, and not wearing a tuxedo, mind you. He just pops his head.
Wants to check the car out again.
Yeah, really, he just looks into the dance, and then he walks over, and he's just like staring at the fucking car.
He's obsessed.
Yeah, staring at the car.
It's
and
an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah, it's a little weird. And his fucking shop teacher comes in, and just fucking, what the fuck are you
Who's
doing?
in here?
Yeah, and he basically tells him, he's like, dude, like, it's just a fucking car.
I've been around automobiles all my life. They're mechanical devices. They always let you down. You buy them, you drive them, you break them, you fix them, you sell them. Goods in the marketplace. Easy come, easy go. Don't get too attached to this car.
You don't fool me, Mr. McGrath. You might have seen a lot of cars, but you love this one just as much as I do.
It's a commodity to be bought and sold.
Yeah. Would you think like they would sell the car to fund the program?
Yeah.
So it would be no problem.
No, like you basically showcase it for a little bit, like,
Yeah.
look what this school was able to do, and then maybe you sell it to fund it. Or you do something with it that's going to promote your fucking shop program.
He gives a little, speech in the garage. Like don't take it too seriously. Has given they kind of have a drink over it.
You know what? Now that we're talking about it, because he mentions like, hey, like, don't fucking go out there and like start boosting cars to support your car infatuation. And I gotta think. Let's think about this. We both agree the car's ugly, right?
Yes.
But we still admit that it's an incredible feat for somebody of his age and knowledge to pull off.
Oh yeah, high school students to.
How did he not get a scholarship to somewhere, some car designing school? I couldn't do this shit. I couldn't put together a fucking cabinet from IKEA.
It is an accomplishment,
right? It's like if you're in high school and you build the fucking solar car.
I don't like this car.
I don't like it either, but it's still guy's got
it's
skills.
Still a head turner.
If you take the pictures of the
really
before
looks
and
like a fucking
right?
Hot Wheels.
But the before and after picture of this fucking car is incredible. What he was able to do with what we assumed was a wreck.
I gotta imagine how difficult is it to. It was a wreck.
No.
And he made it that you drive on the right hand side.
Yeah, he also did that.
How hard is that? That's inside stuff. How difficult is that to do?
I don't
change
know.
it. I mean, I guess the car was wrecked that bad. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Had to replace it anyway, so maybe it was.
I need a backstory. What happened to the car?
What happened to the car?
Did the kid die?
Drunk driving.
Probably.
Started the whole mom's thing.
Must have been.
So the car's ready. Let's take it for a cruise.
Yeah, well, all the kids are happy. They're gonna reap the reward. They
Your
want
terrible '70s music playing in the background.
So everyone gets a turn driving the car.
Everybody's on the strip. Every hot rod in the world. Fucking muscle cars are just pulling up against it at the light, and just Kenny's dusting them. You got to remember, fucking Luke Skywalker was one of the best fucking speedster pilots ever.
He's a good pilot.
Yeah. Where's that Anakin? They're both good pilots.
Good pilots. And a good friend.
Yeah. I mean, nothing's impossible. He used to bullseye womp rats in his T16 back home. They're not much bigger than 2 meters.
All right.
So, it's Danny Bonaducci's turn. Take control of the vehicle.
Take the car for a spin.
And
so a teacher tells him to go pick up some Cokes for the class.
He's like, hey, pull in front of Tommy's. Get, what do you say,
9 Cokes and 8 Cokes and a diet.
8 Coats and a Sprite. That's what we wanted. 8 Coats and a Sprite. He's like, yeah, no problem. Fucking.
He ain't coming back.
It's been a minute. He's not coming back. They hop in the teacher's car. They're driving up and down the strip. And
there he is.
Just
walking
fucking.
in the middle of the road.
Walking in the middle of the road. Like, there's no cars coming.
But cars don't drive in the road.
And
what's going on?
Now
Well, it got
the car's gone. Car's
gone.
got stolen, and
Yep.
they're talking to the fucking cops, man. And just like he's like, listen, I took the keys. I just got the cokes.
I got the cokes. Told
He's
me to
still
get the
holding the
cokes.
fucking cokes. You told me to get the cokes. It's my favorite fucking part because Mark Hamill loses his fucking mind.
You said to get cokes. I got them right here. I took the keys. They're in my pocket. I was only in there a minute. You waited on me right away. They never started it. I would have heard. They must have towed it away.
How about that, officer? You towing cars tonight?
No, sir. And this is legal parking. Did you leave the car running, son?
Of course I didn't leave it running. The keys are right here. You said get cokes. You didn't want no cokes? Who said I was thirsty? Want my car? Coots. You little shit, you lost it!
It was like the Emperor was sitting right next to him.
I didn't want no damn cokes.
Yeah. I didn't want no cokes. It's he just fucking
He flips the fuck out.
yeah, he
and it's
tackles
fucking-
Bonaducci.
Oh yeah, wants to kick his ass.
Yeah, I didn't want
It's
no
your fault.
cokes. I want my car. Like seriously, Mark Hamill has an unhealthy attachment to this car, and I understand that he built it and he's proud of it, but it's like Jesus Christ, dude.
Which I guess explains later how I think the movie should have ended and how
Yeah.
the movie actually
yes,
ends.
if it was up to Chris, the movie would have ended around the 45-minute mark. Which he's not wrong. We just can't do that.
I forget about his unhealthy obsession with this vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm not more of a car guy.
Yeah.
That I just kind of gets me to place to place. I wouldn't mind having a nice car, but it's just like, I'd rather have a nice job.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So the cops come, they explain, you ain't gonna see this car ever again. That's no
Yeah.
good. That's no good for Mark Hamill.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's what he's like. Come on, guys, this is the best looking street machine on the West Coast, which isn't saying much apparently.
No one's gonna break that car up. I don't buy that sum of the parts crap. Come on, you guys have seen it's the best looking street machine on the West Coast. No one's gonna lay a finger on it.
So he puts pictures of the car. He works at a gas station pumping gas. He's got pictures all over looking for the car. Salesman who fills up. Now this is a job that doesn't exist anymore.
Fills up the novelty machine in bathrooms.
Yes.
So your condoms, your
He's-
breath
he's
mints.
all over the place.
It's probably the worst job ever. I think it's so filthy.
Yeah,
you know?
kinda.
I don't want to know
Surprised
what
he
a
didn't have clothes
gas
on.
station bathroom looked like in the 70s.
How many disgusting bathrooms you'd have to. This job doesn't
Oh.
exist anymore, really.
Awful.
But he's seen the car.
Yeah.
Up in
The salesman has
he's
seen the car.
it east in Vegas.
Yes.
He's got a
Saw it on a-
horrible
on a-
suit on too. Now I'm looking at him.
He saw it on some casino had it on a mirror in the
Yes,
lobby.
it's in a lobby.
It was
Like
on
you could-
display.
You could win the car.
Yeah. So Mark Hamill's like fucking throws all of his sorrows in a sack, picks up and moves to fucking Vegas.
Put your sorrows in a sack, mister. How long you been waiting to unleash that one?
I have no idea how it came out. I'm 4.5 beers deep.
I'm 4.5 beers deep. Put your sorrows in a sack, mister.
Is it sorries or sorrows? Fuck, I fucked it up.
Either one. I
Damn
think
it.
either one
I
works.
said sorrows.
George Costanza says it, doesn't he?
I don't know.
I think he says it.
He says everything that's great.
So, okay, Mark Hamill just leaves California,
Yeah.
leaves his shitty job. He's
out
in
on
the fucking desert now.
Highway
just
61.
hitchhiking, so he made it this far. In the
Made it
desert.
this far.
The worst part.
But he gets picked up by a group of
He's
Mexican-American
lucky
gentlemen.
He could be dead.
Yeah, and they picked him up in their swanky Cadillacs, right? With their
these are wanted men.
hydraulics.
They got the death.
Yeah, which is crazy. He got in the car with these guys. They have
All
the
right.
death sentence on what, like 10
On
systems?
12
systems. He doesn't like you, my
You
friend.
won't be sorry. You'll be dead. They drive 12 miles an hour.
Yeah, 15 miles a fucking
It's
hour.
all about class.
Yeah.
And their shitty jumping up and down cars.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, they're nice looking and all, but
no, he's like, I want to be seen, man. I want you to see me. I want you slowly. I'm a classy stripper.
So
I take my clothes off slowly.
Cheech picks him up, and then fucking Mark Hamill's like, I had enough of this.
Yeah, he's like, listen, I tell you
Just
what, let
drop
me
me
out,
off.
buddy. You don't even have to fucking stop. You know?
Excuse me, 17 miles an hour?
15.
On the interstate? What are you doing, looking for a contact lens?
You Patties cracked me up. You're still doing your speed number, huh?
Yeah, well, what are you into? Miles per gallon?
Class. We're into class.
Oh, Lord.
But that's all right, because just a short while later, he gets another ride from a girl in a sweet RV.
Did they have air conditioning in cars back then?
Let's look it up.
Probably luxury cars.
I think that car had an air system in it. I think the van did.
So.
But they're also driving with their windows down, so you don't know. A van stops, and we are introduced to Annie Potts, who plays Vanessa.
And her van is called Vanessa.
Yes. And if you don't know who Annie Potts is...
She's the secretary in Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters,
Probably
what do you
most
want?
Memorable role people would...
Pretty in Pink.
Bring out.
Toy Story.
She's Bo Peep in Toy Story.
She's number one in our hearts. It's Annie fucking Potts.
So she's cute as a button here.
Yeah, she is. Just cute as a button on a toddler's shirt.
What would you say her? She's got like a New York accent or like at least an East Coast accent.
She's got a something accent going on.
It's kind of
but
hard
she's
to
also
describe.
she's also got a bit of that Savannah, Georgia accent when she's drinking the screwdrivers.
Yeah, sometimes it comes out a little southern too.
Yeah.
Right, but it's definitely an East Coast accent.
Yeah,
which it could be anywhere. It's hard to really pinpoint. I'm really not sure where to put it.
Annie Potts is a very distinctive voice.
I suppose, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's especially Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, you know.
What do you want?
I suppose it's New York because
she sounds like fucking Mr. Spacely's secretary. You know, like, hello, Mr. Spacely.
So she's anyway, an aspiring model hooker. I mean.
Yeah. She is an
Who
amateur.
Who's a fucking aspiring hooker?
That's turning pro.
Hey, how old are you? You know what I'm talking about. You've met girls like me.
Yes.
I'm a hooker, for Christ's sake.
A what? What? You mean like a prostitute?
Well, you know, like a trainee, anyway. I mean, there comes a time when every amateur goes pro.
Like Mark Hamill's like impressed with her fucking her whole setup, and she's like, you know, my friend did it. I did it for services rendered.
I would imagine most women who choose this lifestyle first
aren't this excited about it.
Yes. Well, maybe. Well, as long as you're making the decision yourself, I would imagine though that you're doing stripping first.
But her excitement,
right?
Yeah, but that's what's crazy, man. Her excitement level, fucking to get to Vegas,
to do this so badly.
Yeah. I mean, it matches Louis Skolnick's excitement when he's getting dropped off at college with fucking Gilbert. You know, that's how excited she is.
Now that's a reference.
Yeah, figure that one out, kids. If you know the movie I'm talking about, you write in, and I might send you a copy of whatever extra DVD I have lying around.
Is that a promise?
That's a promise. Whatever extra one I got, and it might be something good.
Okay, all right. I won't spoil the
if
answer
somebody
there.
can write that in, don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out.
Bandits will be on you in a second.
Yeah, they're fucking good. Damn it. So as they're hitting the fucking Vegas lights, Vanessa, fucking
on her van,
Annie Potts.
Vanessa.
Yeah, she goes in the back. She fucking changes. Mark Hamill grabs the fucking wheel, and she's in the back like fixing things like she's Chewbacca. She comes out in this awful wig, and she's all glammed up. And she comes out. She's like, "Hey, what do you think I'm worth? You know, you could be my first customer. What am I worth?
$15.
$15?
I'd take it for $50. And he changed it to $50.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a solid.
If he got
deal.
away with $15, that's a hell of a deal.
Well, hell, it's $20 later.
Yeah,
I'll take $20.
It's fucking crazy, man. So anyway,
he gets thrown out of the van.
Gets thrown out of the van, and he starts walking the strip, and he's asking everybody, like, fucking, have you seen my car? Do you have a car in a mirror? Nobody knows what he's fucking talking about.
Going to casino, go to casino.
Yeah. He walks in one casino, and he gets fucking approached by a man in a dress, I think. I don't know what it is.
No, I think that's a woman.
Is that a woman? Well, anyway, a fucking con man.
He gets his wallet lifted.
Gets his wallet
trying
lifted.
To sell shitty diamonds to him.
Yeah, he's no idea his wallet's been taken, but everybody in the audience fucking notices it.
Yeah.
So he keeps walking up and down the fucking strip, and eventually, like, he meets a guy, and he's like, hey, do you have a car in there? And he's like, yeah, and he fucking rushes in. There's a crowd of people. He's fighting through to get to the fucking car, and it's a fucking Datsun.
A fucking Datsun.
Looks really...
Painted exactly...
Oh, yeah. The paint
like
job
a Corvette.
Yeah.
So here's the thing here. Now, the novelty salesman said he saw the car. He was wrong.
Yeah.
So now it just happens to be that this Corvette
is also in
Las
Vegas. Because the car's there.
It is there.
Sorry to ruin it for you, but the car's there.
We'll spoil it for you.
So, which is so weird that it would be like, not only would you have this thing, but you'd also, or maybe that Datsun was modeled after, I don't know. You think the hotel saw it and was like, we'll get a cheap Datsun, we'll make it look like that.
Maybe the same people own who have the, it says Silverado on
did
that
it really?
Datsun. It did.
Did it really?
It did.
Look at that. We might have cracked the fucking case.
Silverado is the body shop that
stole the car.
The Corvette.
All right, look at us.
So they copied the paint job. They liked it that much.
See, kids, this just goes to show you can still drink and get things done.
One of my favorite parts here.
With Dick Miller.
Dick
fucking Miller of Gremlins fame. Roger Corman fame.
So,
The Burbs.
Mark Hamill has no money. He doesn't find that out until he's ordered a bunch of hot dogs and food.
Yeah, hot dogs, sodas, food.
Can't
Cheetos.
pay for it. Dick Miller shows up, who's like...
in a powder blue suit.
Who's a gambler on a lucky streak.
Yeah.
So he goes, hey, I'll handle that kid. So he bets the freaking cashier on a coin flip, double or nothing. Yeah. Makes the money, gets the food, pays him a little bit of advice.
And then he hands him his lucky $2 bill.
This is what I started on, $2 bill.
And it's fucking great, man, because I love me some Dick Miller. Like
damn cul-de-sacs.
Weird. Every fucking movie needs more dick. I'm just not getting enough dick in my movies.
All right then.
All right there, ladies. All the ladies out there would like to see a lot more dick in their movies.
Well, we'll have to do Slaughter High then. His full frontal.
Plenty of dick.
Full frontal male nudity.
But not dick in a powder blue suit.
No.
All right, we're talking about men's bodies.
He looks like a used car salesman.
He does.
So he hands him his $2 bill. So Mark Hamill has $2 to his name. So he wanders around Vegas and he finds a U-Haul to sleep in for the night because he's broke.
Back in the day when they didn't lock up the U-Hauls at night.
I'm sure at some point, we got to start locking these things up. There's homeless people in them.
I think Mark Hamill's the reason they started locking them up. This movie came out and they were like, lock them up.
Lock them up.
Roll them up, kids.
Roll them up.
So fucking, he spends his first night. God, is he filthy? Isn't he the filthiest fuck you ever saw?
Smell like trash.
He's got to smell like
hot garbage.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, he's been in the summer Nevada heat.
Yeah.
All day in the same clothes for a couple days.
Yeah.
And so he's like, fuck it.
He's like,
car's not here because that's where he thought it was.
Let me go back to California. He's about to get a ride, and the fucking best looking street machine
starts.
Yes, now the movie. Now we gotta. All right, so
just when he was gonna leave,
I'm in the right place. That's my fucking car, man. And he chases this fucking car down. Well, he doesn't really get it. He chases the car. He doesn't get very close to it.
So now he knows it's there, though.
Yeah, and that's like. Man, he looks like shit, though, dude. Every time I look at him, he gets dirtier and dirtier. He's like the fucking kid from fucking Charlie Brown.
I think he prepared for the role, and he didn't shower the whole time he was there, either. He always looks just so
He looks so
schemy and slimy.
He's running around on top of fucking old neon signs.
I think he's a Nerf herder.
Yeah, he's a scruffy-looking Nerf herder. Jesus Christ. And we get some...
scruffy looking.
Yeah. So he's standing on top of these fucking neon signs, and he sees the Corvette get away, and he's just like, you see his ass crack.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
He reports it to the police in Las Vegas.
And he's stealing a lot of Danishes.
He doesn't know the license plate number, but, there's a lot of fancy cars in Las Vegas, so, you might not be able to just, spot this out of nowhere.
He's like, no.
He didn't steal a Danish. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Well, an old Tibetan philosopher once told him that
he's starving.
Flute with no hole is not a flute, and a donut with no hole is a Danish.
We're gonna give another movie away.
You can figure that one out. I'll send you another one.
How many extras do you got?
I got a shitload. I've had a stack I've been meaning to give to you, but we might have to give them away on the show.
I got some all in the family DVDs.
Yeah. No, you keep those and watch them so I can talk to you about them.
I'm sorry, I've been watching MASH on TV.
No, you know what I do have? Not to take a break from the movie here, but I do have an extra copy of Aliens that I gotta let you borrow.
All right.
Yeah.
It's funny. Me and my wife usually watch a movie on Saturday night. She's like, I usually hate the movies you put on. And I put on Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the first movie.
That's a good movie, man.
The first movie she liked.
Yeah.
She actually
No,
liked
it's a really good movie.
I had Prometheus on the other day.
She didn't like that?
She watched it, but it's like not her, it's not her thing.
I don't blame her.
But she'll watch
Guardian
it.
Galaxy
She'll
was
watch
fun.
it with me.
Fun
She
movie.
liked that.
Yeah.
She's like, this is the first movie I liked that you put on.
Yep.
She has bad taste in movies.
I've got bad taste in movies. Look what we're watching here. like Corvette Summer, everybody. So back at the U-Haul.
Back at the farm.
Yeah. So fucking Mark Hamill in this movie, Kenneth Dentley, he has this uncanny ability to recognize the sounds of cars in the beginning of the movie, and he recognizes that guy's water pump was dying.
Yeah, you can check that out.
Yeah. And so he's sleeping in the U-Haul, and he hears a car pull up, and he's like, "Oh, I know the sound of that van."
That. And what we found a beat up.
Annie Potts got the shit kicked out of her.
So that's the thing. Was she raped, or did they think
I think he just beat her up because he never
they
paid
didn't
her.
agree on something,
on a price or something.
I hope so.
Basically what happened was she charged $50, and he was like, "No, you're more like a 15. Your clam smelled." And
she probably did smell.
It's just
she's getting changed in your van has a lot of stuff in the back of it.
Yeah,
it doesn't have a bathroom.
No, it doesn't.
And a shower.
Yes. So she's fucking. She needed to use the men's bath or the bath, any bathroom that was open. The men's one was open. So Mark Hamill's talking to her, and she's just like this. And we both thought this was weird. Like she just got this shit kicked out of her, and yet she's still like flirting with Mark Hamill.
She's ready to fuck him.
You got punched in the nose, yo.
There's one point she's laying on the bed and she's just in a towel and she kind of just lays all the way back, so her snooch is probably hanging out.
And
he
she's
looks
just
over
like,
at her.
"Hey, if
she's
you're gonna,
all about."
Well, she tells him like, "If you're gonna spend the night, you're gonna spend the night with me."
Hey, you know what I got on under here?
Paper towels.
Nothing. My streaker suit. If you're gonna spend the night, you're gonna spend it with me. Comprende, amigo?
Yeah, sure. I'm cool.
So, peel off them duds, sailor, and let me see what you got.
You just got beat up. Can you take a shower? I still see dirt marks on you. You're both filthy.
I'd imagine she just got a hefty smack. Considering she had a little bit of a bloody nose, she didn't get she didn't get hospital kind of beat up.
Dude.
But I mean, the movie takes a little serious turn here.
Here's the thing, man.
Terrible thing.
How many people are gonna be like, "Fucking, I know you're a prostitute. It's obvious that you just got fucked and beat up, and I'm sorry, but I don't want to have sex with you right now."
No, yeah, I mean, she's just pro sex. She might as well just be a porn star.
Yeah. I'm like, don't get me wrong. I wish the whole world had a bunch of Annie Pottses in it.
I mean, she's adorable.
Or Vanessas.
She's like adorable in this.
She's fucking.
Some points with the way she looks.
Listen, she's goal oriented. She's got a career in mind.
Well,
she's enthusiastic. She's friendly as shit. She's the hooker with the heart of gold. I fucking love her, but I just like hygienically, I think she's off.
Like even if they had money, which they do a little later, she still just wants to get paid for sex.
Well, we'll get into that later. That's
you know what I mean.
The discussion's deeper than simply that, though.
I guess, but it's like he still almost wants to get paid to lay on her back.
Yeah, no, listen, man. She wears high heels. Her feet hurt. Leave her alone.
This is what we do at Video Range. We dive into shitty movies.
But anyway, so fucking Mark Hamill like reluctantly agrees to sleep with her, but then he's like trying to fight it, and she figures out that he's a virgin, and she's like, "Oh, I can't wait to be your first woman. Relax. I know how to handle this. I've been with lots of first timers." Yeah. It's fucking, and that's what you do when somebody says something like that to you.
Yeah, it's kind of
Don't worry, I've sucked lots of dicks.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I think I'm gonna be nauseous. 37?
Hey, you. Hey, go out of the parking lot.
Try not to suck any dick on your way through the parking lot. Oh, God.
Hey, you, where do you think you're going? The guy turns around.
Yeah.
After.
Hey, you, get back here. Holy shit. So, fucking...
Here's
Kenny,
Gil.
Kenny it doesn't sleep with her. He just sleeps on the fucking floor.
And they argue.
In the morning.
She wants to get paid now.
Yeah, you spent the whole night. I want my $20, you know, whatever it is. They get into a big fucking fight. Really, she's just pissed because he's rejecting her.
Yeah.
And it makes her, I think, you know, in a lot of ways in this movie, like, I know she's a hooker, but I think the fact that he's not so ready to fuck her, like, she likes it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
like he's not just one of my tricks.
It's like chasing, but it's the other way around. She's chasing him.
Yeah, no, it's...
She likes... Because she eventually goes, you know, you're very cute. She's, you know, she likes the way he looks.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
So Kenny gets a job at the gas station, and then he's been writing letters to his shop teacher.
And his teacher makes a phone call, and it's weird.
Case of beer.
Yeah, he gets a case of beer. He's got a pool in the background with some kids. And
considering he tells them later he makes $15,000, he's got a pretty nice home.
But he explains that. He explains,
okay.
All right, so
You're right,
fucking,
you're right.
he makes a phone
misheard
call.
The last part.
Yeah, he makes a phone call. He says something about Las Vegas, and then we cut back to Kenny working at the garage and at the gas station, and the fucking owner is like a fucking scam artist.
I really like this part.
Yeah, because he's spray painting
he's doing all the scams. He's spray painting new
old
batteries
school scams
to make them look.
You can't do this anymore.
Oh no,
This doesn't happen
this
anymore.
Doesn't fly.
He's painting batteries so they look new, and he's putting Alka-Seltzer on batteries when cars come in.
So they can sell these shitty old batteries.
Oh, you need a new battery. We're having a sale.
And I love the comeuppance.
Yeah.
The people in the car it's just a single mother with like 3 kids.
Yeah.
And you know,
spent all of her money in Vegas.
Now Mark Hamill's like, man, I really don't want to do this. He kind of has that look to him. And they go back in the shop before, and her and her kids are robbing the fucking gas station blind.
Yeah. They're taking all the
I
oil.
wasn't expecting that when I first saw it. I really wasn't.
Yeah, no, it's actually one of the more quality scenes from the movie.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this. This is pretty.
And from what I can see, I believe it's a Texaco station.
Oh, Texaco.
Yeah, Texaco. Fuel of the future. All right, so Vanessa pulls up, you know, and gets fucking Mark Hamill fired.
Well, she's just like, get the fuck in.
Yeah, what do you think you're wearing here? Prison camp?
It's a prison camp. He can go anywhere he wants.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Yeah.
You know?
She got a job in the beauty salon or something. And
she frosted her tips.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Mark Hamill lost his job because she frosted her tips. So she basically says, like, hey, I needed to get a job, and, like, fucking, they have lunch, and, like, they're basically friends. This is all they...
Yeah, they're friendly.
Yeah. And I love it because, like, she's got these aspirations of becoming a fucking prostitute, and Mark Hamill just fucking crushes her dreams.
What about the hooker number? What happened to that?
Nothing. This just gives me a chance to get my act together.
Hey, can I tell you something? You're never going to be a prostitute. You just haven't got it in you.
Just absolutely.
Well, they're not prostitutes in Las Vegas.
No.
They're escorts.
Yeah, and now she wants to change her name to Rosalind because she wants to be classy. Rosalind. Meanwhile, Vanessa wasn't even a real name.
What was her real name?
I forget.
Too.
I forgot what it was. Eleanor. Eleanor,
you're right.
It was Eleanor.
She was listed as Vanessa on IMDb, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So while he's playing slots and talking to her about how she's never going to be what she wants to be, the car drives by.
Sees the car, starts chasing it down. She gets in her car, and obviously she's faster in the car, so he jumps in, catch up to him, and they get stuck at a red light. And the cops just happen to be hanging out at the red light for some reason.
And the cop walks over.
They notice because they're like kind of, loud, and
the door's open. Yeah.
They're in like an argument, kind of,
He reports the car. You find out that the plates fucking are fake. The cops are going to do their best to get the ar, but
Yeah, the plates are forged. I mean, I know there's a lot of fancy cars, but how many Corvettes look like this fucking thing?
No,
a red Corvette.
Yeah.
With flames on it.
Flames, a weird...
How many red how many red Corvettes are there?
The paint job alone, and the fact that the wheel's on the other side is going to make it stand out. But what's great is that Annie Potts at this point finds out that he doesn't even own the fucking car,
Yeah.
It's like he's a fucking nut job.
The high school owns it.
Dude, like, I know you built the car, but what are you doing, man? Talk about somebody that keeps living in the high school.
He's a high school Harry.
Yeah, I guess. I know a guy like that.
I do too.
Yeah. But
the car eludes them again. Is this where he loses virginity?
yes, this is all right. So now we're all right.
She's getting drunk, making screwdrivers.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers. She says
listen,
it strangely.
This is the part of the movie where she's like, "Fuck, I'm not getting anywhere," and she's like,
I'm just getting fucking wasted.
"Help me, Kenny.
Find
You're my only hope. I need to get laid."
Now, I'm a big screwdriver enthusiast. At least I used to be in my
You're
younger
not
years.
allowed to drink
I don't
those
drink them
anymore. Want to tell the world why?
I've never no.
Okay.
And she's drinking it, which she's just one hand has an OJ in it, one hand has a bottle of vodka in it.
Yeah.
So it's like 1, 2.
I think she
one
learned
gulp, 2 gulp.
She learned how to make them because she used to hang out with Ty Webb a lot. He's got an interesting way to do tequila
I
shots.
used to make chocolate milk this way.
Okay,
milk.
Really?
Syrup.
Ugh.
No, not really.
Milk is gross. Milk is almost as bad as lettuce.
Makes you think of the episode of a show called Step by Step. The one kid would put milk in his mouth, and he just put syrup in his mouth, and he'd make himself a milkshake that way.
You know, it's interesting that you say Step by Step because our character lives in a van, and another character in Step by Step also lived in a van down by the river.
And he knows karate.
Yeah. Live in a van down by the river. All right, so fucking she's getting shit-faced, and I like this part because Mark Hamill's writing a letter to the teacher, and she just starts fucking mocking him.
Oh, the car. I should have guessed. Hey, I got a terrific idea. Why don't you write a letter to the car? Dear car. I miss you so much.
Jeez, what are you doing?
Mixing screwdrivers.
Like, the car.
Maybe
Why
we
don't
should
you write a letter to the car? What do you drink? Motor oil. You know, like, I just love that part. And so she turns the lights off, and this is when you start seeing shadow boob in our PG movie.
Shadow boob. Is it PG?
This is a PG movie, man. She's not wearing a bra the whole fucking movie.
She's a hooker.
Which I appreciate.
Gosh, that makes sense.
So love is a many splendored thing.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it poetry?
That's what he sings.
Oh,
yeah,
he does say that after he gets laid.
Yeah, after he gets laid, it's like the greatest day of his life. Waited his whole life to get laid.
I drive my first car at 9. I overhaul my first transmission at 10. At 13, I turned a quarter mile in 12 seconds. I gotta wait till now to get laid?
Love is a many splendor thing. Da-da-da-da-da.
I put a carburetor in when I was 9. What did I wait so long to get laid for?
Yeah.
I just listed all these things. Like, oh, God. Really?
I like that part.
It's corny.
It's great. The car's ugly. Might as well have corny lines.
Car repair must have been very cheap in the 70s.
Yeah.
That's why they screwed you out of everything. Because he's still poor.
Yeah. He's still dirty. But anyway, Kenny's got himself a girlfriend.
And they're going steady.
Mm-hmm.
He writes in his letter.
He pinned her. I love that. He writes a letter to his teacher to say, hey, I got a girlfriend now, but don't worry, I still like cars.
He's fucking 10.
Yeah.
I still like trains.
Yeah.
I like girls, though.
I got a girlfriend, but don't worry, guys. I still like baseball. I'll still slap your butts. It's the fucking weirdest fucking thing, man.
Yeah, well, he sings. He's naked singing out the roof of the van. She really likes that. She framed the $2 that he gave her earlier.
Yeah, how weird is that? That she framed the $2. Like, look, it's my first fucking sale.
Like she's a fucking pizzeria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say good luck on it.
Wish you much success.
So we skip back to Kenny's teacher, who's visiting. He's looking for Kenny.
So he goes to the trailer
He's
park.
writing letters to him, and he feeds his mom, who's moving to Del Mar.
Yeah.
California?
Well, does Kenny know you're moving? He's in Vegas? Oh, I didn't even know he was in Vegas.
He'll find me.
Yeah. You know, why don't you tell him for me?
Tell him, help me out.
Yeah.
So she's, his mom doesn't give a shit.
Meanwhile, you can see fucking Mark Hamill just sitting there like, fucking, oh, and it's such a long ways away from here. Just all depressed. But that's his uncle talking.
So considering that he just split to Las Vegas, it makes sense.
Yeah. It's not like...
He knows his mom doesn't care.
Yeah. She's busy out.
So, Mark's got a few jobs. Kenny's got he works at the car wash. He's
doing valet.
So
all to see more cars.
Cars, too. Yep.
Again, writing more and more letters to Mr. McGrath.
Which honestly, you can make pretty decent. If you got 2 jobs, and she's like working a job, they could find a place. They don't have to live in that van.
It's not like he's spending a whole lot of money on fucking clothes.
No, or fucking bathroom visits.
Yeah. He looks like Rocky's workout clothes all the time. So he's still walking around town fucking asking if anybody's seen the car with his newspaper clipping. He comes across this one guy that's got a nice little fucking car, who in our opinion looks better than the main car of the movie.
I like this car better than the main movie car.
And, the guy's like, I've never seen the car before, but he gives him a warning, like, fucking, you should be careful because...
Car thieves, you'll end up in Lake Mead.
Bottom of Lake Mead. Apparently that's a big deal.
Fight with a car thief.
Yeah. And as the camera pans around, you end up seeing that, like, he's the car thief. He's the one that had the car.
I didn't see it coming. Totally over my head.
He was so close to the car, and yet was so far away.
They paint the car.
Yeah, they're like,
looking for it.
Paint the car, not get rid of the car.
Not get rid of it.
Paint it
because they don't care about this piece of shit. They just sell it.
Meanwhile,
get rid of it.
Mark Hamill, fucking after a long hard day of searching for the car, gets home, and he finds a note on the fucking van. Says, "Honey, I'll be home late. I'm out working." He freaks out because he thinks she's out hooking
half the town,
laying pipe everywhere she can. Taking pipe, whatever you want.
She can lay it too.
Yeah, he runs into the fucking escort service, fucking picks on the wrong girl, and then finally fucking he gives up. He goes to a fucking drive-through, and it's like, hi, I'm Mr. Pickle. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, she works at the local burger joint. She's doing legit work.
Yeah. But she's working there because she's trying to help him find the car. Because every fucking car in the city either stops there or drives right on by. And it just makes Kenny just fall in love with her. Because not only is he going to get free food, but she's a working girl. On my own on that one.
Gonna throw your hat in the air?
Yeah, and if you can guess what song that is, I'll send you another copy.
I can't even guess what song it is. All you did was do.
Well, I can't give it away.
How many tunes can you name that in?
Yeah.
I can name that in 3 tunes.
Send your answers in to WPIX.
So, $14 for a whole box of sodas and a whole box of burgers for the Omega Moods.
Yeah.
At the fucking...
well, they sure know how to party.
Yeah, this whole softball team eats them out of house and home here.
Yeah.
I thought that's pretty cheap, though, for...
$14 for
a
box of burgers and a box of sodas.
Holy shit.
So Mark Hamill's got another job. He's not just some farm boy.
Now he's at the car wash. That's a farmhand.
He's not some farmhand anymore.
He's not making blue milk.
Yeah. And he's working at the car wash. I'm at the car wash, yeah. All right. And he turns around to wash a car. And what pulls up? But... the car he built, just gold.
Gold, with the flames on it still, too.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man, take the fucking hood off the car. That's it. And you might be able to get away with saying, hey, that's not the same car.
Yeah, I gotta say, those are sweet T-tops, though.
You like those?
I like T-tops.
Yeah. Yeah, everything was good about the car except for the fucking hood. But so Mark Hamill sees the car and he fucking finds the guy driving it and he's just like, who happens to be the ugliest guy in Hollywood. He's also in Blade Runner.
He's in a few things. I can't name him.
He's in Cabin Boy.
Yeah.
He's in the fucking movie
big,
where
tall, ugly fuck.
He plays a cop in the movie with fucking Bruce Willis where he's like a water cop in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
With Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I forget the name of the movie.
Yeah. Of it either.
And is he in one of the fucking Clint Eastwood movies, like the Dirty Harry movies?
Be.
I don't know.
He's very familiar. I can't think of it.
You know the guy.
For whatever reason, we didn't look him up.
That's fine.
So we apologize.
If you've seen Blade Runner,
this isn't a technical show. So
no. We're not very good at this. The guy breaks out, and Mark Hamill's chasing him on a fucking 10-speed.
I love how he steals the bike. He hides behind a mailbox.
He just jumps out at the guy.
Jumps out and goes, ah! And the guy brakes instead of running him over because why not?
Yeah, and then the guy apologizes. Sorry, I didn't see you. Well, no, technically I jumped in front of you.
You jumped the fuck out.
Yeah. He's the politest bastard in the world.
So we get some hijinks here with Mark Hamill riding a bike and he's catching the back of a RV to, so you have to pedal.
And you're passing. The cool part about this movie is you're getting to see a different side of Vegas that we don't see today, because all these buildings and hotels and casinos, they're all gone.
Everything in this movie is pretty much gone.
Yeah.
It's been plowed over and something beautiful.
Blown up and... Yeah.
Seriously, honestly, it's kind of sad. I always like when I see old pictures of like my town and stuff and see like what it used to look like.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, oh man, that's how, I think that's gone forever.
Yeah. It's like when you look at the skyline of New York now. It's just so different from when we grew up.
Yeah.
So he fucking... With his incredible ability to pedal a bike, is able to keep up with this American sports car powerhouse.
Well, he keeps hopping on different cars.
Yeah, he's
on a car carrier, and he comes right towards the Silverado body shop.
Yeah, I love how he's just like barrels through and goes right into the fucking stack of tires.
He can't brake.
Yeah.
He's going too fast.
Too fast.
So now he's been captured by the car thieves / body shop guys,
who wrap him in a fucking tire like it's a goddamn cartoon.
Well, I mean, yeah, that'd probably do the
it
job,
works.
though. It would do the job.
But who would think to do that? Would you just be like, tire, over your head?
Oh, Mark Hamill's kind of a skinny guy, so it works.
Well, he's a little short to be a stormtrooper.
Well, he comes up with the batshit craziest idea.
Yeah, it's like...
Not that it works, but... So, they lock him up, and he breaks a glass, the back window that looks like, and he stacks up things like he climbed up there and jumped out the window. And meanwhile, he's inside
an
whole
oil can.
Barrel of oil.
Yeah.
Now he could just hid. You could tell him by the scene. He could just hide behind the barrel of oil. There's a few of them. No, he's in the.
He's covered in oil.
So now he's been dirty the whole movie. Now he's dirty for life.
Yeah.
You ain't never getting that out like the crooks of your ears ever again.
Yeah, no. It's...
So the guy hunts him down with a chain.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously leaving footprints.
Like he's fucking Hercules the wrestler.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
I got his autograph.
Do you really?
I think I got it somewhere.
Nice. Guy was a spectacle.
So he chases him down and he finds him because he's not hard to find.
And he beats the bejesus off him with a fucking tire.
He got
chains.
Oh man, did he even hit him or he just kind of? I think he just. Mark Hamill's just like exhausted.
Yeah, and that chain is like a.
And that would fuck you up.
It's a beefy chain. It's way worse than the.
Really hurt you.
The chain from Double Dragon.
Like every time he misses him with the chain, and then the guy's driving 15 miles an hour.
Finally arrive in Vegas.
They gave him the ride and break it up.
Yeah, because at this point, Mark Hamill looks like he's been fucking tarred and feathered.
There is no way these guys put him in their trunk, even in their.
You don't think so? Because they're classy guys. I can't see them being willing to do.
His trunk's ruined.
Yeah, I mean
ruined.
Yeah,
he's dripping and glazed with grease. And oil.
He looks like a fucking powdered donut right now.
Is not a fuck. Yeah, he's covered in dirt too.
Yeah,
there's no fuck. So they put him in the trunk. I mean, these guys got fancy cars. They're really nice paint job. It's all put together. Cars are very put together. It's all about class.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking chance in the world they put him in dirty ass anywhere near their car.
Because the interior was a shag carpet.
Exactly.
So
how do you think the trunk isn't? I know the trunk's a trunk, but I'm sure it looks very nice.
Yeah.
It's still a nice
I'm sure
spot.
that they pimped out the trunk. So Annie fucking Potts turns into fucking Kenny's mom and starts hosing him off in a fucking car wash and talking
She's
to
got
him like
curling irons on. And
you're gonna go to the police. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't you have any sense, Kenny? You know, and Kenny is just so fucking defeated, man. Like, but the next day he goes to the police station, and before he can go inside, his teacher, Mr. McGrath, is waiting outside for him. And Kenny's like, oh, I'm glad you're here, you know, and he's like, you know, I ran into these guys, and the teacher seems to know what's happened, and he takes him out to the middle of the desert, and he's like, listen, put yourself in my shoes. I'm only making $15,000 a year.
15 grand.
He's like, I got a car, I got kids, I got a pool, the bills were killing me, and breaks the news to Kenny that he's the one that stole the car.
He had this car taken on purpose.
One day, a fella comes to me with a proposition, former student of mine, doing very well for himself.
You mean you stole the Corvette? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
Kenny, I'm sorry, but you gotta see that car for what it is. It's a commodity to be bought and sold, just like everything on this earth.
Mark Hamill is just like, no,
that's impossible. We had to do it.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
And it's just, and he's
Comedy
like, listen,
cemetery.
he's like, I need you to play ball here, like, or these guys are gonna fucking put you at the bottom of Lake Mead.
But he sweetens the deal.
Yeah, he's like,
he's
we're
gonna
gonna
get
give you a job,
making $700 a week.
Yeah.
It's 1978.
Kenny, I'm appealing to your good nature here. $700 a week or the bottom of Lake Mead. What's it gonna be?
1978. I gotta imagine minimum wage is like $3, $4 tops.
Yeah.
$700 a week is about 24, 20. He's making about 8 times.
Yeah.
8 times the amount of minimum wage in 1978.
Yep.
It's really good money. It's really good money.
Kenny, you don't have to live in a van anymore. You could buy a Corvette.
That's what I'm saying. He can buy this car in a few months. Corvette, and then 10, 15 grand, maybe 20.
But you can buy
it. And he's in the car industry, so he'll probably get it for cheaper.
Yeah. He can buy an old one and fix it up.
He could do that, yeah. You get a nicer Stingray from the 60s.
Yeah.
And they're even cheaper then.
Yeah.
Now they're like, those cars are like 100 grand. Beautiful. I love the Stingray. Like older Stingrays are really nice.
So fucking Kenny's
This is where the movie should end.
Yeah, Dietz wants the movie to end here. And I agree with him.
And he goes, nah, I want $850.
Listen.
Up front, first week. And they pay him.
Well, he's corrupted by the dark side.
And he's a good worker.
He's a great worker.
He's working late hours. They're going, hey, want to go out, we're done. Let's go have some beers. And he just ignores them. He's doing his job. He knows how to weld. He's banging out the fucking bodywork.
Yeah. And
what the fuck?
You know,
he did this great job.
It just doesn't make sense because, you know, I think this is where the actor, Mark Hamill, was just wrestling with his Jedi sensibilities.
In all honesty, he'd have his own body shop by now.
He's that talented. Yeah.
I mean, listen, the character, Kenny, what's his last name? Something.
Oh, Kenny Dentley?
I know is there some character in a movie, but like realistically, he'd be.
You would have just taken the job.
I guess he gets a job later and he does fine.
But it's just so funny because he's like fighting with himself. He's just he's rocking in the van thinking about it all night long. And he's just like, adventure, excitement.
For this fucking Corvette. It's not even yours.
A Jedi craves not these things. But he's torn because the Emperor's pulling him in.
Does not crave these Stingray Corvette.
But so he walks into the body shop the next day and he's like, listen, I'm going to work for you, but I want $850 a week.
Yeah. Even better.
Yeah. And the guy's like, fuck it, man. Pay you what you're worth. Bygones be bygones. These fucking guys.
They're the nicest guys.
Jesus Christ, they're the nicest car thieves in the world. They're just like the prisoners from fucking Shawshank.
Dude, I mean, it's a legit body shop, and they're just doing a little cars on the side.
Yeah, man.
He wants to make some extra
money.
Man,
quitting time. Let's go drink some fucking beers.
Honestly, I don't know why they're stealing cars. They're doing body work on. He's getting paid that much because they're doing body work on nice cars.
Yeah.
So you should be fine. You don't need to steal cars.
Yeah.
But anywho, there you go. He's got this great job
with a bunch of decent dudes. to hang out
You
with all
can't
day.
get a job. How many college graduates are getting a job this in 1978 making this kind of money? Seriously. Doing what you love. He loves doing this. He loves cars. He likes doing this. And you're not working on some piece of shit fucking Datsun.
Yeah.
You're working on a nice Corvette
not working on a
or
Datsun.
some other nice car.
It's not a
And
Chevelle.
he calls his bluff and gives him the 850 right there.
He's like, yeah, dude, I'll give you an extra 100 and whatever it is a week. So Annie Potts is fucking back at the parking lot just emptying out her garbage.
And finally, Mark Hamill is clean. First time in the fucking movie he looks
and
clean.
he fucking strolls up like he's fucking, what's his name? Henry Fonda.
Yeah.
Holy.
I imagine this is what Mark Hamill looked like at the Star Wars premiere.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. With his hands like Mr. Burns. And
Yeah.
he's like fucking, they're doing a Pretty Woman kind of scene.
His
even though
hands are
before Pretty
folded
Woman,
like he's fucking Michael Corleone.
Like he's like, I'll take this and take this. He's getting dresses for his woman.
Oh, yeah.
And I love this. It's a nice little Pretty Woman type scene. But it's not enough for her.
No. Well, it's not so much that.
Not so much that.
She ends up finding out that like he is basically going to work for the same guys that he
took his car.
And she's looking at him this whole time. He's been this pure kind of innocent fucking moral character, and she's drawn to it despite her immoral nature. Theoretically, personally, I think hookers are the salt of the earth
too, because he's actually sunken. I guess down, but. It's an opportunity. It's still a legit job. It's not like he's stealing cars for a living.
I get where he's coming from. I get where she's coming from. But it definitely turns her. She's been on this path of like, all right, I'm with this guy. And
he has such a moral high. He takes the high road and he'd go this far for a car that's not even his.
Yeah. And then when he gets then he's presented with money and he's like, oh, I'll just take the money. And she's like, almost, I don't know if she loses respect for him, but it's like, the appeal maybe is like subsiding a little bit.
This is the part
still pay her. This is weird. So he tries to sleep with her, and she's like not really feeling it so much, and then he starts pulling out a wad of cash,
money out for her.
And
like it's the old times. It's like no.
It's like,
you
listen,
guys are supposed to be going out now.
Yeah,
that's not
you
really
pulling out the cash makes her feel like a whore.
That's terrible. Yeah.
This
is supposed to be like your girlfriend now. You don't pay her.
I mean,
directly.
come on.
You pay her in dinners.
Yeah.
Like every other man.
Yes. You don't give her the cash.
You have to give her gifts.
You pay somebody else to bring her food, maybe pay somebody else to do her hair, and that's the transaction.
This is why prostitution should be legal.
I don't sell you the weed.
Pay the same way.
The weed is free, but you're buying the bong. You know? Like an escort.
But it's like, you have a girlfriend, you still have to pay for sex. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You still got to take her out. You got to buy things for her. For a prostitute, she leaves.
If you're listening to the show, you are obviously a Clinton supporter. So fucking the next day, he's fucking back at work again, and some asshole pulls up to the detail shop to get his van painted, and it's Vanessa. And fucking Mark Hamill's like, he's accusing another guy.
Oh, he's a car thief. Yeah, this girl's van.
And his boss doesn't even get pissed at him for yelling at the guy. He's like, hey, man, you guys...
He kind of just joshes him a little bit, but it's all good.
It's like, dude, this fucking guy's
It's
cool
like they've been working for fucking months with these guys, and they're all good friends still,
totally cool about it.
Like, everything's cool.
Yeah. So then he fucking goes back to the fucking casino, and he runs into Vanessa, a.k.a. Rosalind. And now she's like, best she's looked in the whole movie.
Yeah, she looks gorgeous here.
But she's back to now. She's a high class hooker.
Well,
You out, Kenny?
She's an escort.
Yes, now. Kenny, you're out to get your money. Now I'm out to get mine.
She wants to make her own money her own way. She don't want to just be paid for. Apparently.
Yes. And this is where Kenny's like, I think he starts to turn a corner where he's like, all right, you know what? Maybe I can't do this, even though Chris thinks he's totally wrong and he should just take the money.
Yeah. Yeah, your fucking mind. It's a great job. I want this job.
But where's the message? What are we saying to the children?
Fuck the children. We're getting paid.
But they're our future.
Your future is your future. You'll be dead, and that'll be their future. What they make of it.
The future is what you make it, Marty.
So make it a good one.
Here's my kids, Jules and Vern.
Yeah, they're a couple assholes.
And my wife, the most hated character in the fucking trilogy.
That's her favorite movie of the Back to the Future series.
That's hers?
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Because she's in it.
She ruined the fucking movie for me. All right, so the next day, fucking Kenny is like just working up a fucking storm.
Yeah. Like, hey, it's time to clock out. We're going to go for some beers.
Yeah.
Doesn't even fucking pay him attention. Keeps welding. And so he stays up there all night. Guess what he fucking does?
He paints the car.
Paints the fucking Corvette back to the way it fucking looked.
So he stays up all night and he repaints this car back to its candy apple red with the metallic paint.
Which I think I'd like it better in the red.
The gold's awful.
I don't. Yeah, the gold's way worse.
The red looks better. It's still the hood of the car that I really just don't like. It's my least favorite part of the car.
I don't like it at all. Get that thing off it.
So he paints the fucking car, and the guys show up to work the next morning, and they see the fucking car with the paint job, and they're just like, "What the fuck happened?"
And they're not necessarily, they don't even have time to even react to be like, "Oh, we can't do this," It's just like, "Oh, we painted," and he just attacks them.
Yeah, just attacks them. Fucking throws a bunch of wrenches at the fucking guy with the chain.
See, this kind of doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't he just leave with the car then?
Yeah, why did he wait?
Why is he waiting for them to come?
Yeah,
that makes no sense.
No,
he would have just split, got her, and left.
Yeah,
no. And then there's no getting shot at.
Yeah. Well, he didn't get later he does.
Later, yes. But then they have no idea. And then he's like 3 hours. I mean, obviously he's been done. Even if he left 10 minutes before they got there, he was just finished.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
I don't get it, man.
I don't know how long a car takes to dry either.
Yeah.
It might take a whole nother day. Yeah. Like half a day. But, that's something different.
So he fucking, he gets away. He drives the car back to the hotel to get fucking Vanessa, Rosalind. He gets up. He can't find her. He gets up to the hotel room, and she's making a fucking dirty movie.
No. She's not making a dirty movie.
It was a short.
It's a short.
So fucking Mark Hamill fucking grabs her and drags her through the whole casino, kicking and screaming.
She's in scuba gear.
Yeah. But nobody cared.
What kind of movie would they make it?
It was a mermaid movie. It was a deep sea picture. They're making Jaws.
Yeah.
Somebody was going to bite her clitoris.
Yikes.
So fucking he drags her through the whole casino and not one fucking person says a word. Where's hotel security?
It's 1978. You could do those things. You could beat your wife in front of public and nothing would happen.
Simpler time. So fucking they're driving down the fucking highway back towards California, and Mark Hamill's giving her the business. Like, I know what you were doing. You're making a dirty movie and whatever. It's irrelevant. What's relevant is that Wayne, owner of the body shop and head fucking bad guy, now knows that what's happened, gets in his car, and he's going to chase him down. Somehow catches up to him.
Somehow finds out where it knows where he is.
Yeah.
He just chases him down the highway, I guess.
Well, he knows he's going back to the school.
He did go get his girlfriend, so...
Yeah, so he knows he's going back to the school, and if you go fast enough, you'll see this fucking thing, right? They proceed to chase each other. Mark Hamill...
He catches up to him.
Whatever. Mark Hamill misses the fucking freeway. He's got to turn around. Yeah. He's driving through dust. And
how could he miss the freeway? There's nothing out there.
Yeah.
On this highway, there's like nothing.
And that's what's weird about this fucking movie. It's this major chase scene. It's the climax of the fucking movie. And it's the most horrendous fucking not exciting music ever.
Help the movie if there was some
Zeppelin playing
something, anything
heavy,
Zeppelin sounding movie,
fast, loud.
Yeah, it's just generic 70s kind of music. Or is there even anything playing? I don't even remember.
No, there's music playing, but it's something. Like this slow paced.
Yeah, there is. It's crap.
Like you're watching a goddamn Japanese soap opera.
Yeah, it's
You know,
it's nothing special.
It's just B movie galore. It's awful. It's terrible fucking music. It's an odd choice.
He pulls up around side him though, and like we're watching it like, oh, he could use his electric. Oh wait, he can't roll his windows down, so he just shoots his window.
Yeah,
his own window out to shoot at him.
We're all ready to kill the guy, and then we're like, oh yeah, there's probably not power windows.
You know, and he'll feel like a dick if he stops to roll his window
roll it down.
Hang on a second,
leaning over the way,
over, rolling it down.
Yeah. And it's just fun. And Annie Potts doesn't even believe this is a real chase scene.
She's getting, he's fucking with her.
But yeah, all right. So they're fucking driving around. It's really stupid. And eventually they get to a point. They find the freeway.
Freeway that's not open
but
yet.
It's not completed yet. Just like
it's kind of just there.
So Mark Hamill decides he's going to turn around and just play chicken, and he's just going to close his fucking eyes, and hopefully, they don't hit into each other. And Wayne, the bad guy, fucking, gives up, turns away, rolls his fucking car over, and Mark Hamill and Annie Potts get away. But the car's in fucking flames. They're not in flames yet. No, the car's just beat up, and fucking the horn is just like ringing.
The horn's ringing.
Yeah. And bad guy looks down the barrel of his gun like he's going to kill himself.
I thought he was going to shoot himself in the head for a second. It was very odd.
Yeah.
And he just shoots the car.
And the car blows up.
The car blows up. And
probably
he just
one of the most dumb.
Depressed. Like,
probably the dumbest.
You got a body
scene.
shop. I'm sure you got a tow truck.
Yeah.
Bring him out there and get your car back.
I think the only thing he was concerned about was like that this kid was going to go to the police. I don't want to go to jail, I guess. But don't steal cars. That's the lesson. Taught to McGruff the crime dog. So fucking Kenny drives the car fucking back to his high school. Pulls the thing.
Basically give it back.
To give the fucking car back.
He gave up his great job, but he's got the girl, who I guess didn't want him because morals and stuff.
Well, she was giving him a hard time the whole time, but then they go back to the school. He gets his fucking diploma. He drops the fucking car off, and the credits start to roll, and they kiss and make up, and the song plays, and that's the end of the movie. That's pretty much it. So he doesn't get a reward for returning the car. They don't offer him a job teaching shop. He doesn't turn it. There's no consequences. All he did was return the car. Nobody goes to prison. Mr. McGrath is like, do the right thing, Ken. He's like, I'll see you later, Mr. McGrath. I don't even care. I got the car back. That's what I wanted to do.
Fuck Mr. McGrath because now he probably can't give cars to these guys anymore and make his little side money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would think that he's fired. And that's Corvette fucking Summer.
Corvette Summer.
That's how we kick the summer off around here at Video Rangers Podcast.
Yeah.
With the fucking best looking street machine this side of the West Coast.
The car looks better dirty.
Yes.
The car is filthy dirty. It looks a lot cooler.
Yeah. Corvette fucking Summer, 1978. Directed by Matthew Robbins. Yeah, no, it was directed by Matthew Robbins, who also did The Legend of Billie Jean and Batteries Not Included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Better movies.
Yeah.
However, I do like this. I know this movie's not that great. I do like this movie.
It's okay.
I like this movie. I think it's funny.
It's fine. It's a good, solid movie. It's a Sunday afternoon, just kind of.
Yeah,
you only check it catches your attention.
Yeah, I just I have an attachment for the movie because it was just one of the ones we owned. So it's kind of like me and my brothers talking about this movie, but it's always been known as the movie with the guy from Star Wars.
Well, yeah, I mean this might be one of his few other movies. To tell you the truth,
yeah, where he's main star.
A lot of the stuff he's done is voice. Obviously, done lots of voice work and TV spots and a couple movies, but he's a starring role in a movie that's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're far and few between. I'm not sure how many he actually has. This might be
biggest thing he did right after the first Star Wars movie is this, I guess. Unless you want to count the holiday special, I don't fucking know. So
I don't want to count the holiday special.
No, nobody should. We got a question this week.
We did.
We got a question. Somebody actually answered one of my Twitter posts. Fucking amazing. And this question comes from the Mockers podcast, and they are a comedy pop culture podcast.
All right.
And the question is, what is the best local place to delve into the world of VHS? And I'm so happy they asked this question.
Are they from this area?
Well, they are from the southern tier, I think, of New York.
The southern tier of
New York. Which is Binghamton area.
Okay.
So it's 3 hours from here.
Yeah.
But it's a great question. Unfortunately, there's nowhere around us anymore to really get. Like, you can go to Goodwill.
The last place
or the flea market
that was a store has closed down that I know.
Yeah,
was
like
in
an
Monroe.
actual video store.
What was the name of the store? You remember?
It was 3C Video.
Yes.
And that was in Monroe. And that was like the last
Monroe,
video
New York.
store standing. Because I bought some from them.
And had a VHS there, too.
They had their whole back catalog of VHS. And
I'm
I
pretty
bought
sure
a couple.
it's a beauty shop now.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, you got to go to like a Goodwill or a flea market. But the best place. All right. So this is the coolest thing. Now, about an hour and 40 minutes north of us.
This is not that far from them, at least.
Well, no, it is because they're going east.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have, but it's up in Chatham, New York, and it's called Video Visions, and it's a functioning video store that I visited, and the guy's got 20,000 fucking movies in there, and he's got his whole catalog, and he's got all this VHS that you don't see anymore.
They still have like a membership card and stuff.
Yeah, he's got everything. He's got a popcorn machine.
All right.
He's got TVs in every corner that are playing something. He's got a kids section. He's still renting VHS. How fucking cool is that? And he gets new members all the time. So that's one thing to check out is Video Visions.
Yeah,
in Chatham,
definitely
New York.
check that out then.
He doesn't have a Facebook page but you can find him on Yelp.
Okay.
But it's really fucking cool if you want to take the drive there.
That I would suggest it then.
Yeah. It's just cool to look at, man.
If you're in that area, definitely.
Yeah. It's up in
it's worth the hour drive if you're a little outside of it.
It's a little north of Hudson, New York.
Okay.
So it's, but it's on the east side of the Hudson River. So yeah, that's our question. So thank you, Mockers Podcast.
There was a bonsai video that me and Mike visited once locally that was still VHS in the later years. This is a while back.
Yeah,
though.
no, this is back when our friend from Oregon was still living here.
Yes.
So
we have a funny story.
Yeah, so we're like from the Newburgh, New York area, and so Broadway in Newburgh, New York had a place called Bonsai Video, and we were bored one day.
Never been there before.
Never been there. It always like passed.
We always seen it.
It was always like one of those just like, all right, well, this is that's section's video store.
That's their video store in this part of town.
Yeah,
that's
but
all.
I never went in. And one day we just happened to be there, so I was like, oh, let's walk inside.
Let's check it out.
So we walk inside, and the place is a mess on the inside.
Mike, at this point, Mike's buying a lot of movies for his collection, so that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, I wanted to go in there.
See if we get something cheap.
It was me, you, and our friend from Oregon, and we walk in there, and fucking they've got shelves with movies on it, but then they've got stacks on the floor. But it's all porn.
Yeah, a lot. Pretty much was porn.
So
everything.
I find a movie that I was interested in, and I fucking go up to the counter to buy it, and the guy won't fucking sell it to me. He's like, no, nothing's for sale. You got wall-to-wall merchandise here. You're sitting in front of a fucking register, and there's a price sticker, but nothing's for sale.
So we come to the conclusion that it was a front.
Yeah.
Or he had to have
made out of pure heroin.
He had to have a secret password, maybe.
I just didn't know what it was.
We don't know the password.
Yeah. New England clam chowder. I just didn't know if it was the red or the white. Gets me every time. So yeah, that's the best answer I got. It sucks. You do have to go to a Goodwill or a flea market.
That's your best bet.
And that's
unfortunately.
It. There's nothing left like in our area.
There's you get you can find stuff at the flea market though.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a Middletown flea market.
What I should have done is when I was working at my brief stint at Hollywood Video, they were selling off VHS. I should have bought some. But I didn't think about it at the time. I was like, everything's going to come to DVD. That didn't happen.
Yeah, you stick to
whatever.
To something that you like.
Yeah. But so that's it for that. But I don't know what we're doing next week, but it's going to be summer influenced, I'm assuming, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. We were kicking some ideas around.
We're kicking some things around. We'll probably
for
most movies will probably be summer oriented.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everything.
Yeah. But we're going to do a couple that we were talking about earlier about like summer movies.
Yeah.
That we can do. But we were also talking about a Stallone month. So if you stay tuned to the very, very end, we'll play the outtake of us having that conversation.
Oh, man.
That we used for our sound test.
That was a sound test. I didn't even know, so I'm talking freely.
Yeah.
I like when you do that. I totally forget.
Until next time, if you've seen a bad movie, we're ready to believe you.
Your passion, and you know the rest. So give me the night tonight. Give me the night.
to Video Rangers in July for July month.
We gotta get marketing on that. That's gonna come up with something better.
Well, Standards and Practices quit after the sleepaway camp episode.
Julone? That's even worse.
Slytober?
Tober is always...
Slytember? Slycember? Slay? Slypril?
Slypril.
Sloon.
Is that like a
Staloon.
Is that Harry Potter? Slypril?
Slyuberry.
Slyuberry. Is that January or February?
I don't know.
Slyuberry.
Slarch.
Slarch. Slarch. Slarch has it. Slarch. Marchone.
Slogist.
Slogist. Slygist. Slygist? It's Sly. It's Slygist.
Stolvember?
Either Stallone or Sly. You can
Yeah.
do either one.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I can come up with for fucking
You just say Stallone month.
Stallone month.
It happens to be in July.
Yeah.
Instead of, we got...
Juice Sly.
I know it'd be funny if we do, we start, instead of just doing October, be like horror month, we start like 2 weeks early so we can fit more movies in.
We could do that.
So we get 6
Yeah.
in.
Plus, I like, it's my favorite movie month ever. It's like,
So we could do 6, we do like,
Yeah.
and then we could even do all September.
we could do it every day. We could do horror movies all day long. It's the easiest genre to do.
Anytime I say like it's Screamtober or it's
Shocktober
or Frighttober, you could you could put like
Bum, bum, bum.
you could do that,
Yeah.
or you go ah, like have like a girl scream in the
Yeah.
background, like when I say Screamtober, or
Yeah.
I mean, it might be more work for you. But
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of funny.
At this point, it doesn't matter.
It's stupid.
But we're gonna be on some like weird.
Podtron. This has been a Podtron Network production. For more of this show and others like it, find Podtron on Twitter at Podtron Network and search Podtron Network on Facebook.
Hey guys, I'm Paul Combs.
And I'm Joseph Collins.
And we're the host of the CNC Geekcast.
The only podcast where two guys with speech impediments talk about movies.
We talk about old movies, we talk about new movies, and kind of everything in between.
Is there anything we don't cover?
Nope.
Oh my goodness, this is an incredible show. Where can they find us?
CNCGeekcast.podbean.com, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and everywhere else podcasts are found.
Is there a place we're not located on?
No.
Okay, is there a specific day we come on?
Every Tuesday.
Oh my goodness, I should have known all this.
You should have.
So join us on the CNC Geekcast.